Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and I am just honestly so jazzed for today's video because we are going to be playing around with a bunch of brand new makeup. We're doing a full face of first impressions, although this is low-key a full face of second impressions because I actually filmed this video a while ago, and then while I was editing accidentally deleted all of the footage off of my computer and off of the camera card. And then I was like, well, here we are. So I don't fully remember how I felt about everything, honestly, because I only used it one time and I was like, I'm gonna just wait so I can film it again. And then I didn't film it. So we are finally filming this video and we're going to see what I feel about all of these products. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, so much has happened since the last time I saw all of you. I heard Industry Baby for the first time. I heard Jack Harlow's voice for the first time. While we're at that, half of my nails done come off. So, you know, we're really experiencing new things, new life. So much is happening. What a time to be alive, honestly. Like, so much. So I have quite a few things here that I want to try out, that I want to look at, and I think we should just go ahead and get started. This is my basket of goodies here. Lovely basket of goodies, and as you can see, there's very much inside. I'm going to be starting off with the brows today because that's what I got to do. Otherwise, they turn into a hot mess. So I'm going to be going in with this UOMA Beauty Brow Pencil. This is the baby hair, it's just called the baby hair brow pencil. And oh, it's made in Italy. Fancy. I don't know if there's a shade on here at all. Yes, number 04. So this is the baby hair brow pencil made in Italy, apparently. And we are going to just see how it works. Again, couldn't tell you because I don't remember. Okay, you guys, getting me to do brows on camera twice in a row. Who do you think you are? I also really need to get my brows done. I missed my brow appointment and I was like, these brows are looking a little crazy right now. And it's because I forgot I had a brow appointment. So yeah, they are looking a little crazy. Truth be told, I don't love a lot of brow pencils just because sometimes I feel like they just don't do the job for me. But I've heard really good things about this brow pencil, which is definitely why I purchased it. Okay, I'm gonna go in with what I have already been using to clean up my brows anyway, just because it makes my life easier and I already know for sure it's gonna match. And that is my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer in the shade 435 Suede Warm. I also do color correct with this. This is just like my go-to thing, you know? So literally nobody asked me my thoughts on this, but I really believe that one of the next big makeup collabs we're going to be seeing, if not this year, then definitely sometime next year, is going to be a Lil Nas X makeup collab. It just seems like the natural thing. Like, I just feel like he is just killing it right now, and it would just make sense to me for him to capitalize on it and be like, I'm gonna do a makeup collab and I'm gonna do it right. So, and when he releases one, depending on who's it with, you know, who he decides to work with, you just might see me review it. But I guarantee you, we're going to see it at some point. I'm saying I guarantee you. I don't know, but I just have a feeling. Right now, I'm setting my brows with UOMA Beauty's Blowout Brow Gel. I think my brows look fine. Like, they're not like the greatest brows in the world, honestly, but that's partially my fault because, like I said, I missed my brow appointment and they're just woofing a little bit today. but that's okay. I think that they look fine. So yeah, this was a successful tryout, and I like the way that this set my brows. I like the way it's looking right now. It's looking good. It's matching my vibe, and I'm happy. Ooh, I forgot about these. I have these little brushes here. I haven't even been using them. Let me pull these out. This case is just really cute. It's pink. It's giving me Elle Woods. And then when you pull out the brushes, they are like sparkly, and they're like little lava brushes, but with sparkles, and that's just so cute. So yeah, I naturally had to keep these. So I am going to use these today while I do my eyeshadow, because that's just the cutest thing I've ever seen, and that's from Glamierre. Glamierre? Yeah, sure. We are going to be going in with our Artist Couture, or this Artist Couture Supreme Bronze Palette. This is actually a complete first impressions. I picked this up, never tried it, and I had like a different palette that I was going to do today, but I changed my mind because I was like, you know what, I have another look I want to do with that palette and try that out for a Black Owned Monday. So hint, hint, that is a Black owned brand. But today we're going in with a Latino owned brand, and I am so excited. This is the Artist Couture Supreme Bronze Palette, and I'm just excited. I never picked up the Supreme, I think it was the Supreme Neutrals or Supreme Naturals, but this one, baby, is it not giving us fall? Is it not giving us, honestly, year-round? But yes, I think this is perfect for summer to fall transition, and really just any time of year, because it is a very it's a very versatile palette. We are going to be trying the Alamar Cosmetics Primero Primer today. This is an eyeshadow primer that I've heard some good things about. So far, I've really enjoyed the products that I have from Alamar, so always excited to try something new from them. This one is supposed to be pretty dang good. It has water, it has beeswax, it has glycerin, jojoba esters. Not really sure what that means, but I'm guessing just like extracts of a jojoba oil, silica. It looks like it just has some nice things to be like hydrating, but to also make sure that things stay in place like they need to. So yeah, we're gonna be trying this out today. I probably dumped out too much, which is honestly like life story right there when it comes to makeup. Okay, she's giving us some tackiness. That's cool. That's good to know. I'm going to take a little bit of my black opal powder, and I'm just going to set right up here because, again, this is like my trouble area when it comes to eyeshadow, and I want to make sure that I'm always giving these palettes their fair shot. So let me just go ahead and sit her down. This isn't even like a halo spotlight eye anymore. It's just, I don't even know what this is. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wipe this off. We're going to wipe this off, and we're going to try again because this is not it. So I basically just wiped all of my makeup off because I just felt like it wasn't giving what I needed to give. It wasn't a good, I don't know. I don't know if it was a good representation of the eyeshadow or what. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to try, I will try this Alamar Cosmetics primer again. I'm going to put it in the back of my hand, a very little bit, and I'm going to just see what I can do. Now that this brush is a little bit more messy, let's see if it really gives me what I need in terms of like movement and application. I'm dedicated. Y'all don't even know. It's late. I'm dedicated. We're going to do it. Okay. We're going to actually start off with the shade Sunkissed and pop that in the crease first. This nice, beautiful orange shade here. And we're going to see what we create. Okay. Yes. Okay. Already liking this better. Nice pigment. I'm noticing a little bit of like separation right here, and it could be me because like I said, I do have that problem sometimes with my eyes, but honestly I think it might be the primer. I think it might just be the primer. I think the primer might be a little bit too tacky. I don't know. Let's start off with the shade Baked. We're gonna start off with that on the outer corner. I don't even know if I want to do like a halo spotlight type moment anymore, but we're going to just start blending this on in. I'm not adding in any additional color, by the way. I'm literally just helping this to blend and smoke out a bit more. So let's take the shade HBIC, just brush a bit, and let's go ahead. I don't know what I did the first time, but now this is giving me what I need. The first time it was giving me like not anything, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, I want to take a little bit more of this brown and just pop it on the inner corner and outer corners, so we can start adding some of that depth and dimension back on in and blending that. Okay, now it's blending. It wasn't really blending before, but now we're doing some blending. I'm gonna add something, just add a touch more intensity. This is technically not like a first time use or anything, but this is just gonna match and look really good on it. It's the Mellow Cosmetics like pressed glitter. And I'm just gonna pop that on top, like in the center, just to help boost that shine a bit, because now I know what I'm working with this palette. Okay, cute. That's just gonna really help bolster that shine. So like I said, I've used that product before. That is not a first impression, but I just was like, this needs a little something something to help bolster some of this shine. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the black shade in this palette and just pop that kind of right on in there. I'm going to mix the black and the brown. I don't have a new liner, so I'm just going to go in with this liner from Aurora. I don't think I've tried this one before. I may have. This is, I think, just a brown liner. I know it's a black liner. Okay, cool. Okay, so I don't know if this even was actually a first impression with the eyeliner. I'm just going to say that it was, because I don't like it. I don't have like a thing against felt tip liners. I just need them to work, and I felt like that one just wasn't working. It just kind of dried out while I was using it, and I had to like stop and try to like get the ink back. It started off like really inky, and then it just kind of dried out while I was using it, and it just didn't work for me, so I don't like that liner. I'm going to be priming with this Evio Beauty Pore-fect Matte Finish Base, and we're going to just see how this looks. I'm going to start in my T-zone area because that's where I tend to have the most problems. This is nice and smoothing. This is the MilaniSPF 30 Primer with broad spectrum sunscreen plus UVA UVB protection. So I haven't tried this primer out, but I have heard some good things, so we are going to try it out today. I want to take a little bit of this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 priming spray and just lightly mist my face with this a bit. I went ahead and just did my color correcting off camera, which I always do. If you want to know what I did or have like an explanation of everything, I actually have a video where I just cover the cream products that I do when I'm doing my base. It's literally not even me like doing powder. I literally just go in with the creams and show you how I apply that type of stuff. If you want to know, make sure to check that out. I'll have it linked up here somewhere. So today I am picking up the Range Beauty True Intentions Hydrating Foundation. This is a Black-owned brand, and it is vegan and cruelty-free. They did recently just reveal new packaging. I have their old packaging, and we're going to try this out today. This is in the shade Rio, and it looks like this. So let's try this out. I don't remember what the coverage of this is like, so I'm going to read the claims on the bottle before I like squirt. what it claims in the package. It says it's sheer to medium coverage that provides skin with long-lasting hydration. It has antioxidant, vitamin E, linden, and green tea to protect and nourish the skin. It contains French clay to naturally absorb oil and is transfer and sweat proof. I'm going to do 2 pumps just because it says it's sheer to medium, which lets me know that it's something that like you can build up, but that you definitely need to build up if you want coverage. So I'm just going to naturally assume 2 pumps will be the way to go. And I'm going to start just applying that. Based off of the information I have, I do believe that this is in fact my correct shade. So I'm just going to start blending this in. So this is a little bit too warm on me, at least for like right now. But that's okay because we're going to go in with some concealer and we're going to go in with some things that are going to help balance this out a bit more. So I'm not overly concerned about that at all. This is a little dark. I mean, you can look at my ears and see the difference, but like I said, that's okay because we're going to go in with some concealer and whatnot and lighten it up. So we're definitely, I would say, at about like a light medium coverage right now. My skin feels good. I do definitely see like some marks and stuff like that, but because I color corrected, I feel like it is okay. Like I don't feel like my skin looks bad or anything, but I definitely can tell like if I was wearing a different top, you could see that this isn't quite the right color, quite the right shade. So I just have to make sure that I'm going with the right products with it when I use it. For concealer today, I'm going to be picking up the Lip Bar Vegan or TLB Vegan Beauty is what it goes by now. This is their Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer. It's self-setting and brightening, and it's in the shade Honey 2 O'Clock. I am actually an affiliate with the Lip Bar. I always have a link down in the description box if there's anything from them that you want to try out and get a little bit of a discount on. You can go ahead and do that if you are so inclined. I love the Lip Bar, aka TLB, as they renamed themselves. I have only had success, honestly, with their products. I think they're just such a great brand. And yeah, okay. I don't know how much I need in terms of concealer for this, but because this is already a darker foundation, I want to balance this out. I want to make sure I give myself a little bit more because this concealer is a bit brighter. I also have this sponge from Beauty Bakery. It got a little bit stained from what I had it sitting on earlier, but I'm going to be trying this sponge out today to help with like the blending and just making sure things go on. And then I also have my e.l.f. sponge for like the more, you know, particular spots on my face. So let's start blending this concealer out. It's kind of more of that like traditional sponge feel where I feel like the e.l.f. one that I use all the time it's a little bit more squishier. This one is a little bit more like, you know, it just has a little bit more of that like thickness to it and a little bit tougher, but it is doing the job. My e.l.f. one is my favorite just because I use it all the time that I'm so used to the way that it performs, but I'm fine either way, honestly. Okay, I'm going to add a touch more in these areas just because, like I said, I want to make sure I have balance. So because it's self-setting, I imagine that means that you won't get like a lot of creasing or anything like that. At least I would hope that's what that means. Solid. Gave me what I needed it to give me. I'm going to add a dash more, just a dot and a dot, just because I feel like I need to kind of have a little bit more balance going this way. I don't have anything new to cream contour with today, so I am going to take it upon myself to do a little bit of cream contouring. So I actually have 2 powders today. One is from Range Beauty, which is where our foundation is from, and one is from Prime Beauty. So what I'm going to do is do my initial set down with this Range Beauty Smooth Out Translucent Setting Powder, and then I'm going to bake with the Prime Beauty one. I'll just set down with this Range Beauty powder. Ooh, okay. This really went ahead and did something. This is cute. This is the Prime Beauty Locked In Loose Powder. Keep makeup set and locked in place all day. And this is the shade Honey Love. And as you can see, it is a little bit lighter than the Range Beauty powder, which is why I'm going to be baking with this powder today. Let's start dusting this stuff away before I literally give myself more anxiety than I already have about how this makeup look is going. This is the Set the Tone finishing powder. It's medium buildable coverage. It has a matte finish, and this is in the shade Golden Girl. So this is what it looks like. All right, y'all, so I had to change my camera card. I had to change my camera battery. We're finally done. This has literally been the most unnecessarily stressful experience. Literally for no reason. Brownzer, one of my favorite things. So I know we're in a good place. This is from Prime Beauty. It is in the shade Glow Coast, and this is their Brownzer. This is actually like a pretty well-known product. I'm pretty sure Jackie Aina used to talk about this all the time and or still does. This is what it looks like. Grab a healthy serving of it. Go ahead and bronze. Not gonna lie, I do wish that I had gone in with a little bit more of that foundation, just to build up the coverage a teensy bit more, because there's some stuff that's peeking through that I'm like, I wish it wasn't. And also with the concealer, I feel like that concealer is also kind of like a more lighter coverage, and it is pretty, but I do wish in hindsight that I had just gone in just a tad bit more product. But as they say, hindsight is 20/20. So this is a face palette from Iconic London. This is their Blaze Chaser face palette. It says create gorgeous multi-dimensional luminosity and warmth with these 6 velvety face powders. So this is what it looks like. Technically speaking, I could probably use like one of these maybe as like a face powder, probably not a bronzer. This is not bronzing me. But it does give me some options in here. So for blush, I'm going to be using this. And I think I also planned to use this for highlight, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I have this shade here that I think could be a cute little highlight moment. You can't even see that. That's fine. But yeah, I think I'm going to go in with this for a highlight as well. So let's see what happens. It's a bit deeper in person than it's appearing on camera, at least on my monitor. So just keep that in mind. But I'm kind of feeling, y'all know I love a good pink blush. That's honestly, there's no explanation. I just love a good pink blush. So we're going in with that. I do want to give it a little bit more something. So I'm going to take a little bit of this brown shade that's just right next to it, because these just kind of have like a nice natural sheen. I'm going to just mix this on top and see if this gives me more of like a natural flush. Yeah. I'd say it does. I already, like I said, have a nice little sheen going on. So I don't know how much more of a highlight I will get out of this. Question mark. As fun as it is to hang out with all of you, this has been a challenge. This has been a lot. This has been more than I asked for. Okay. Like it's giving me nothing, honestly. No, it's giving me a little bit of something. Okay, there we go. It's not giving me a lot, but it gave me something. For mascara, I'm going with the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I do know that I like this because I had to use it for an event that I was going to, like, shortly after I moved, and I was like, okay, I need to put on some makeup. So I grabbed a face palette, I grabbed like some powders, and I grabbed this mascara. And I was like, okay, because they were the things that I could find. Lashes, or you can't really see my lashes because I put eyeliner on, but they look good. They look good. I am going to be going in with my Eyelure London Definition Lashes in the style number 126. And I think this is going to kind of make me really appreciate the eye look in a whole new way. This is the Shockwave Nude Lip Liner in the shade Gingerbread. I'm going to be going in with this Clarins Embellisseur. Yeah, let's say it in English. I will be going in with this Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector in the shade 01, which is honestly the most random thing in the world because I've literally never in my life tried to like reach for and shop for Clarins makeup, but I got it in a subscription box, probably a BoxyCharm, and we're gonna try it out. If I remember, I think I liked this. Okay. This is kind of like a, ooh, that formula. It's kind of in the style of like an old school lip gloss, you know, but it has a little like felty, cottony piece at the top. And yeah, this formula is nice. Wow, that looks really good. Maybe I need to start checking for Clarins because that was really cool. I kind of want to try the other shades of this now because I just really like this formula. It literally feels like I know there's something on my lips, but it doesn't really feel like there's something on my lips, and it's not dry. My lips look really good right now. Wow. I also have this Persona Cosmetics lip gloss. They are apparently vegan and gluten-free, and this is infused with avocado oil and shea butter, and it's in the shade Honey. So I'm gonna pop this on right on top, but this is, wow, okay. Yeah. Yes. I was nervous because my lips were feeling a little bit dry earlier, and it feels good right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is pop my lashes on off camera, do a little bit of like a lower lash line moment just to make everything come together, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I decided to just like lightly set my face. I wasn't going to, but I lightly did with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, just a little quick mist. Now that we're here, I'm not even mad at this. I like this. I do actually really like my makeup. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cute. It's very much like a natural vibe. I'm going to go through it, break everything down, but I want to say off the top, like, I was being really harsh on this eyeshadow look, but I feel like eyeshadow looks like this, like once you put on like your lashes and you kind of get everything together, that's for me when it pops on my face. On other people's faces, they can start off from the top and it just looks great. For me, I need like it to come together a bit more, and then I'm like, okay, now we have it. Now we're seeing the completed vision. And I just couldn't see it before, but now that I have it done, I'm like, all right, this is giving cute. It's cute. And it doesn't need to be like a cut crease to be glam and to be pretty. This is kind of just like a natural, everyday moment. This isn't like the most perfect eyeshadow look I've ever done. I had some struggles that we're going to chat about right now. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this look turned out. So I actually quite like this combo here. I feel like my brows look nice. They have a nice shape to them. It wasn't hard to work with this product. I was able to get what I needed, and I really like this brow setter. It's not a color that I typically use, but I feel like it just looks really nice and it matches, you know, my hair. And I like this. I think this is a good little combo. So definitely going to be reaching for this, putting it in my kit now so that I can keep on reaching for it. I don't know how I feel about this primer. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to potentially reach for it again, but I can't like guarantee that I will, only because I just had so many struggles with this eyeshadow look, and it felt like it shouldn't have been that much of a struggle, and it didn't feel like it was because of the eyeshadow. It felt like it was something else, and I think it might have been this primer, and I think it could just be as simple as this primer doesn't work for me. It doesn't mean the brand doesn't work for me, because I really like Alamar Cosmetics. I've tried so many products from them, and they've all been fantastic. This one is just the one that I'm like, I don't know that I love this. It might be just a little bit too sticky for me. you know, I don't know. The Supreme Bronze Palette. It gives you that classier vibe. The shadows are very smart, and Angel is a makeup artist. Before he became like an influencer, he was like a makeup artist. So he definitely picked shades that are going to work well together for the regular consumer, for the artist, and make sure that they're going to just be something you can reach for year round. This is definitely a palette that, like, if you're traveling, I can't, like, why not reach for a palette like this? You can get so many looks out of it, and you know that it's going to be like something that works for you. Here's where I found my issue. I don't really mind like kickback or anything. That's part of the reason why I like to do my eyes first, because if I get any of the fallout or kickback, I can just wipe it away and keep going. I think I need to try this palette a little bit more to see how to best utilize it and to see if it is in fact the primer, which I really suspect that it is, because it doesn't make sense to me that these shadows and this formula would work for me, because I have other products in my collection with similar formulation and they work very well. And so I think I need to use this with my more like go-to primers, and I think I'm going to see a little bit of a difference. But for what I have and for what I created, I actually quite like my makeup. I think that my eyes look very pretty. Like I said, it's not like the best eyeshadow look I've ever done. I think that this was just one of those days where I just wasn't having like a perfect eyeshadow day, and that happens, and that's perfectly fine. I actually really enjoyed this Range Beauty foundation. I think it looks nice. I like the way my skin looks. It looks natural. It has a little bit of a coverage on it, and I think it looks pretty. My only gripe is I just wish that I had gone in with a little bit more product. I didn't want to because I already used 2 pumps, and I never want to like overuse a product on my face. But even with that, I feel like it did a great job of just evening things out, giving me a nice base layer of coverage and something to play with. But yeah, I definitely want to go in with a little bit of a like extra pump, maybe even a pump and a half next time. I like this concealer. I need to read the claims again to see what the coverage exactly is meant to be. It doesn't say exactly what the coverage of this is meant to be, at least on here. But I do like it. It's really nice. I feel like I probably could go in. It's definitely not full coverage. It's definitely, at least not on me. It's definitely not full coverage. But I think it's nice for what it is. I think I just honestly might have needed to add like a teensy bit more, and I already felt like I was adding a lot, but I just think that because my under eyes like are just a little bit, need a little bit extra help today, I probably could have added a little bit more, but I like it. Oh, I love these powders. These powders are so nice. So the Range Beauty Smooth Out Translucent Setting Powder, my under eye just looked so beautiful after I set it, and it still looks really nice under here. I'm not seeing cake, I'm not seeing crepe, I'm seeing just smooth, and it just looks really, really nice. Things are nice and set into place, and it just looked good. It just looks really good. So I really liked this powder. Definitely something that I can use to just do like my initial setting, because like I said, it is still a little bit too light for me to do like baking, but it does give me what I need. And then this powder, y'all, I got a little bit overzealous with this powder, as you saw, and it still just kept everything looking so good. My face looks good. My under eyes, again, look great. It's very natural. And, you know, the Black-owned brands just really came through in this video, as always. As always. The Lip Bar TLB Set the Tone Finishing Powder. This, great. I really, really like this powder. I did a great job of just making everything kind of come together. It looks really nice. It looks really smooth. I like it. I don't really have any complaints about it. It's not as like filtering as say like my Charlotte Tilbury powder, but that also is like a super expensive high-end powder, so it's not going to be. But if you want like a comparison, which somebody might, because I talk about that powder all the time, I just wanted to like say that it's not going to be the same exact thing as that, but this is a great powder that I definitely will be reaching for. I'm definitely going to be using, because this powder did a good job, and it did make everything kind of look a little bit more smoother, a little bit more softer, and it just kind of gives me what I need it to give, and I really like it, and I like the color on it. It's just a good powder. Prime Beauty bronzer. Y'all, I really like this bronzer. My skin just looks so natural. It looks like I'm just kind of like very like radiant and glowing from within, and the bronzer is just giving me everything I need. It literally looks like I'm sun-kissed right now, and it's not looking crazy or anything. So yeah, I'm super happy with this bronzer. This palette, You know, this palette kind of was a surprise. I like the like subtle glow that I have. I didn't think I would, but with this look, I feel like it works because this is kind of like a very natural, everyday type of makeup look where it's really meant to be something you can kind of mix and match and like create a bunch of shades and whatnot from mixing these and trying to find like the ones that work best for you. This is definitely not bronzing me. I don't really know who it's bronzing that looks like me, but this is a great option for some blush and some highlight and to give yourself just a little bit of warmth and glow and just different things in different areas. And so I am excited to keep this in my collection because I actually quite like this and to see what else I can do with it. So far, so good. I don't really know. I'm not going out, so don't know how well this is going to work, but I like the way that it made my face feel moisturized. My skin looks nice, so I'm happy with this. And with this, I'm not noticing like big pores, and it didn't feel like it was like, it didn't feel uncomfortable on my face. You know how sometimes pore fillers just feel really uncomfortable? Like this is really nice. It also felt like a nice like lotion moisturizer going on, and it just was so just like smoothing and soothing, and I actually really like this. I'm going to be reaching for this. This Aurora eyeliner, I'm so sorry, I don't like it. It's also supposed to be espresso, like I guess. I don't like it. Not a fan. Not using that again. Mascara, really like this Lash Princess mascara. 10 out of 10 recommend. The lashes from Eyelure are really, really pretty. They're just like, they're giving me, for me, honestly, they're like the perfect mix between natural and dramatic because they have the shorter hairs and the longer hairs. For most other people, they're probably just dramatic, but for me, they're the perfect blend, and I really like them. This is an everyday lash for me, so I'm really into this. This is an everyday lash with like a little bit of like color on your eye, you know what I mean? The eyeshadow brushes that I tried were, you know, they're okay. They're not my favorite eyeshadow brushes in the world. I'll keep them and use them for when I need them, but like overall they were fine. The lip liner, really pleasantly surprised. It wasn't as deep as I typically go, but I'm okay with that because this was definitely like a natural color lip liner for me, and it worked out by giving me what I needed without like being too light and too kind of like pasty, and so I'm really impressed with it. I'm impressed with the pigmentation. I'm impressed with the formula. It just glided on my lips. It was so easy to work with, and I just really like it. Y'all, I am going to be stocking up on this Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector. This is so beautiful. It makes your lips look so pillowy and plush. The color payoff is gorgeous. It's so simple to use. A little bit goes a long way, and it just feels lovely. Like it just felt so good on my lips, and my lips were feeling really dry, and it just felt so good. And then I really am liking this Persona lip gloss that I have. Where is it? Right here, this Persona lip gloss. Oh my gosh, I need to get some more of these. This is my first time trying something from Persona, and I'm really impressed. It's very natural, very subtle, but it doesn't feel like I have anything on my lips. It just feels like my lips just look like nice and wet and glossy, but in a very just like beautiful way, and my lips just look nice, like, and the shimmer in here is so like pearlescent and subtle. You don't feel like there's like particles on your lips or anything. It's just very nice, and the gloss doesn't feel sticky at all. It feels very smooth. Like it literally feels like I have maybe like a little bit of like a lip balm or something on my lips. That is everything that I have tried. So I think overall I definitely had more hits than I had misses. I really only had one thing that I'm pretty positive is going to be a definite, well, two things. The eyeliner is definitely a miss for me, and I think this is probably going to end up being a miss for me as much as I don't want to say it. I'm going to try it again, see it, maybe compare with one eye versus the other to see how it works, but didn't love this as much. And again, with the eyeshadow palette, I actually really do like the eyeshadow palette. I think it's nice. I think it's good for like an everyday look. I think it's something that you can use year round and really make it like a staple part of your collection. Okay, so I'm going to stop now. I've been talking and filming for way longer than I thought I would be or than I planned to, but we are finally done. We're finally good. We're finally ready to go. So thank you all so much for sitting with me, chit-chatting, trying out all of these products. There were a lot. It was a full face, but I'm really happy that we did it together. So thank you all so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye, my loves.
Just don't be take it personal. We just building. It's my season, lay foundation. Make a name for generations. Please and make a, then take a break or a little vacation.